I know I'm a superstar, but I'm a human being too. At the end of the day, I still have problems. I still go through stuff like regular people do, you feel me?
Before Lil Keed would become one of Atlanta's most promising up-and-coming rappers with hit tracks like Blicky Blicky and Fetish. Before Lil Keed would sign a deal with Young Thug's now extremely controversial label YSL Records. Before Lil Keed would tragically pass away on Friday, May the 13th, 2022, which is believed to have been from kidney and liver failure.
That's the moment he died. I'd rather have that moment with him than not being there and knowing he died. You feel me?
Lil Keed, the melodic rapper from Atlanta, a member of Young Thug's YSL label, well, he's died under mysterious circumstances at the age of just 24. Now, while the cause of death has yet to be revealed to the media, we do have some intel that's been released from his brother Lil Keed and his girlfriend Quanah Bands. Now, as well, there was also confirmed statements given to Complex and XXL by representatives from the artist. Now, needless to say, it's been a hectic couple of weeks for anyone associated with the YSL brand, but no one, absolutely no one expected something like this. Now, Lil Keed was a proud member of the YSL family and more than willing to share his thoughts on the federal bust that went down last week, with so many of his affiliates getting locked up behind bars. But before that case was even a week old, well, Lil Keed, he would already be gone. Now, who was he and how did he become Young Thug's most promising protege? To find out more and all the intel we have, be sure to stay tuned to our latest episode of Gone But Not Forgotten. Here we go. My name is Michael McCrudden. Let's get into this video. Lil Keed was born Rakeed Javon Render on March 16, 1998 in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, he grew up spending a lot of time in the neighborhood of Cleveland Avenue, a part of town that would come to provide a turbulent upbringing for the young man as he struggled to survive poverty, drugs, and gun violence. Now, that's an unholy trio that he would speak on often in his three-part mixtape series known as Trapped on Cleveland. When asked what inspired him to discuss his former community in such a frank and honest way, well, Keed, he would tell Complex, "I was just talking about the stuff that happened in the streets and stuff around me. Now that I done grew from all that and I done moved myself out of that situation, I'm letting folks know why I was so trapped on Cleveland. As far as me going to the hood every day and all the shootouts, I just had to move myself out of the situation to better myself and my family." Now, one event in particular would inspire Keed to pursue a rapid career as a means of escape the death of his best friend Rudy in 2016. Now, at the time, Keed, he had already been dabbling in rap, but when his buddy, who mostly just kept to himself, was killed on the streets, well, Keed understood it would probably only be a matter of time till something similar happened to him. So while working part-time gigs at places like Subway and McDonald's, well, Lil Keed began to hit the booth daily.
We just doing normal teenage tripping, just chilling, you feel me? We weren't at just doing normal teenage, you feel me? I would just walk to the studio every day, because the studio was like down the street.
Alongside one of his 6 siblings, the man who would come to be known as Lil Keed, well, these two began recording music at a local studio and then posting it online, scoring a few regional hits throughout 2017. Eventually, early singles like Blicky Blicky, they helped Keed gain even more recognition, and they put him on the radar of fellow Atlanta rapper Young Thug.
Why ain't you putting on Do Not Disturb?
Speaking of his relationship with Thugger, well, Keed, he would tell Fader, "He made it out the same exact spot I'm in, walking the same streets, doing the same things. It just means I have to perfect my craft big time because I know who I'm up under." After having only produced 2 mixtapes to his name, well, Lil Keed, he signed to Young Thug's YSL Records in 2018. Now, soon thereafter, Keed, he would drop one of his most successful projects, Trapped on Cleveland 2. Boasting hit singles like Fetish, well, Lil Keed, he was quickly hailed as YSL's most promising star. Now, more breakout tracks like Nameless, they would follow, and 2019, it would become Keed's most productive year. Not only did he drop his first studio album, Long Live Mexico, but he'd also appear alongside Future on the single Undefeated. By the following year, Lil Keed, he was being hand-selected by XXL for their freshman class of 2020, where he appeared beside other notable acts like Jack Harlow, Vivio Foreign, and when speaking about the honor, Keed told XXL, "I'm a 2020 XL freshman because I work hard. I put in the work. I do what I have to do. I do what I need to do for my family to make sure they take it care of." Now later that year, he'd release his second and what would unfortunately become his last studio album, Trapped on Cleveland 3. Throughout the last few months of his life, Lil Keed, he would continue to work with some of the biggest names in the industry. This includes Travis Scott, Lil Baby, and Chris Brown. Now we'd even drop a collaboration with his fellow YSL label mate Gunna, a track titled Fox 5, in which Gunna wore a couple of chains that would wind up implicating him in the recent RICO investigation of the YSL crew. Speaking of which, this tragedy involving Lil Keed, well, it comes at a very inappropriate time for YSL, as 28 of their associates have been hit with gang-related charges. Now you can find out all about this on our recent drops. We did Young Thug and Gunna's Dark Side of Fame, and we really get into the nitty-gritty of everything going on with this case. But in terms of Lil Keed, well, it needs to be said that he was never at any time implicated in these charges, nor was he ever named in the indictment. But that doesn't mean that Keed wasn't here to stand up for his boys, because only hours after news broke about what had happened, well, Lil Keed posted a message of solidarity to his Instagram feed, letting everyone know that the feds were barking up the wrong tree. Now, unfortunately, no one knew at the time that that would be one of the last times any of us would hear from the artist known as Lil Keed. Only one day before he was set to perform at the Days in Bloom Music Festival in Charlotte, North Carolina, well, rumors began to break that Lil Keed, he had passed away. No further details were forthcoming, and it would take some time to corroborate the news, but eventually it became official with the Instagram post by Lil Keed's brother, Lil Got It. Soon afterwards, Lil Keed's girlfriend, Quanah Bands, the mother of his daughter, Nature, well, they would post a tribute to her partner and her best friend on Instagram, displaying a shattered and broken heart. Now, Quanah would reveal in that same post that she's currently carrying Lil Keed's second child, and the biggest tragedy of all is how that baby will never grow up without ever having the chance to meet its father. Now, it's a truly heartbreaking turn of events in a once unbelievably promising career.
My daughter, I thought I loved somebody a lot until I had my daughter. And I know I gotta go home to my daughter and wake up next to her. When she wake up in the morning, she gonna be like, oh, my dad right here. Every time.
We also did see some posts online pertaining to the cause of death being liver and kidney failure. He was in the hospital at the time of his passing. We can't 100% confirm these, but that is the most popular news on exactly what happened. Until more news comes to light in regards to what happened, be sure to keep checking out our famous news feed over on Instagram. We'll be sure to keep you guys posted. In the meantime, our thoughts and our prayers, they go to Lil Keed's family, in particular his girlfriend Quanah and their child Nature, also the unborn baby. My name is Michael McCrudden. Be sure to leave your thoughts and your condolences for Lil Keed in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to see you guys in another video. Bye.